Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Megan McCarthy and I write contemporary realistic fiction. Last year I set 4 goals and resolutions for myself. Did I complete any of them? Let's see. Wow, 2021 has been one long year. It's been wild. And I'm surprised. I'm just grateful to have survived 2021. And good on you for surviving 2021 too. But did I accomplish my goals for the year? Let's see. My first goal for the year was to finish Project Catherine Bradshaw, which did not happen at all. The Scrivener file that I had been working on the story in was corrupted or something. It just doesn't work when I switched over to the new version of Scrivener. So, I mean, I wasn't really happy with the story, so I'm glad that it's gone. But, yeah, I was beginning to hate the story, so I'm glad that I didn't have to work on it and could work on something new that I did enjoy. Like this year, I worked on, well, I'll get to that later. My next goal was to be more social on AuthorTube. That was also a no-go. I cut down my AuthorTube participation significantly so that I could focus on finding a job. I'm still looking for a job, so I haven't been able to join back with AuthorTube, but I'm hoping next year will go better for me and I will be able to rejoin AuthorTube and make those connections that I wanted to make, you know, throughout the year. I did make, you know, new connections, met new people, and I spent plenty of time with, like Charlie and others on Fridays, but yeah. I'm kind of tired of saying no to opportunities to, like, interact with others on AuthorTube and, you know, to collaborate on projects. I would love to do more collaborations and to spend more time with a variety of people, but hopefully next year will be better than this one in that regard. My third goal for 2021 was to read a craft book every month, and I smashed that goal out of the water. I read all of the craft books that my library had on writing, and then I moved, and the library here has different craft books, so I still have those to go through. I read probably about 2 craft books a month in 2021, and I learned a lot, but I think I could learn more, which when I come out with my 2022 goals and resolutions video, I'll talk more about that. I also was lucky enough to get some gift cards to bookstores, so I was able to purchase some craft books. So I have quite a few books on my collection up here. You can't see it, but I have an entire shelf dedicated to writing craft books, and it's almost full. My final goal for 2021 was to learn to show, not tell. And some of the craft books that I read this year did address this topic. And I learned a lot about how to write more engaging content. But it wasn't something that I focused on. I kind of forgot all about this goal throughout 2021, so I did not practice it the way I wanted to. Instead, I focused on learning as much as I could about the craft of storytelling and just writing, improving my writing in general. I didn't really focus on one specific part of my writing that I could improve on. And I think I'm going to continue this kind of general approach in 2021. But again, I'll talk about that more when I come out with my 2022 goals and resolutions. Did I just say 2021 is when whatever. So 3 of the 4 goals were a no-go this year. Which is kind of disappointing, but I'm honestly not that disappointed because, you know, I'm just glad I survived 2021. That's just the main thing. But I did do quite a bit in 2021, and I thought I would share some of the things that I actually did this year to counteract some of the negativity of not reaching my goals for the year. So in March, I celebrated my 10-year Lupus Anniversary. 10 years ago, I triggered my lupus by cutting my leg shaving, and from that point on, I've been disabled, which has been a challenge, but it's also been something worth celebrating. And I was really glad that I was able to celebrate such a monumental event for me with some good friends. We did a 6-hour live stream. It was so much fun. I really hope you go back and watch it, or at least clips of it, because we did have some excellent conversations during the chat stream. And it just made a really special day even more precious for me. I was inspired by my 10-year Lupus Anniversary to create the AuthorTube Chronic Illness and Disability tag in April. And that has gone so well. So many people have participated. I've learned so much about various chronic illnesses and disabilities and how that affects each writer in a unique way. And it's just, I love those videos so much. It's been so great. And new videos are coming out all the time. So if you haven't checked out the AuthorTube Chronic Illness and Disability tag playlist, which is on my channel, I highly recommend checking it out and seeing some of the new videos that have just been posted. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this tag spread throughout next year. And I can't wait to see what other videos people create using this tag. So that was really big for me. Hello, Editor Megan here. I forgot to include that I also participated in the Pride and Prejudice audio anthology that was put on by some members of the AuthorTube community. And I wrote my first short story, Pregnancy Test, and published that. And that's the first piece that I've had go out in the wild, and I'm glad people enjoyed it. It was a big highlight for me. Just thought I would make sure to include that into this video that it didn't get recorded. Last but not least, I won Nanowrimo. For a while there, it looked like I wasn't going to win towards the end. I had got my booster shot and Thanksgiving happened, and I had been staying right on the line for pretty much the entire month of November. But with those two, it ended up being about 3 days taking off. It looked like I wasn't going to be able to hit my goal in time, but I stayed dedicated to my goal and persevered even though it looked like I wasn't going to win, and I ended up winning NaNoWriMo, and I got this awesome t-shirt. And now I have a story that's almost finished, my goal for next year is to finish it, but I'll talk about that more in my next video. And I just can't wait to share it with people. 2021 was a wild year. It did not go as planned, but it turned out better than expected, in part thanks to everyone I spent time with this year and everyone who watched one of my videos or live streams, and that means you. It made this year a really great year. Despite not hitting any of my goals, I still did quite a lot, and I'm really satisfied with the way this year turned out, even with all of the trials and tribulations and the great panini going on. It still turned out pretty good, and I'm glad to be able to say that. I know a lot of people really struggled this year, and so I'm very grateful. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it and you want to see more content, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified. I plan on posting a new video at least once a month for the year of 2022. And I might post more than that if I feel up to it and things go my way. We'll see. But I will be posting at least one video a month. So make sure you hit that bell so that you get the notification when I do post. And one last thing, do you have a YouTube channel? Do you struggle to subtitle your videos? I'm currently offering captioning services on my Ko-fi. I would love to help you caption your YouTube videos, and the link for my Ko-fi page will be down below with the commissions link down there, so you can check it out. And other than that, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!